Hi, I'm Kerry Pace and this is my daughter Phoebe.
Hi.
And we're from Diverse Learners and we're going to be talking about sleep hygiene, and this is the little episode about textures and temperatures and the things to think about to improve the quality of your sleep.
Being sensory sensitive is a big thing in dyspraxia, and Mum's going to give, because I won't be able to explain it as well, going to give you a brief overview on what constitutes it.
So being sensory sensitive means that you can be very receptive and very overly reactive to touch and stimulus, changes in temperature and textures of materials, for example. You might have the urge to touch when somebody has a new jumper and you go, "Oh, I like your jumper," and you'll stroke their jumper. It could be that you have to feel everything in the shop in order to get a good idea of what you like, and it could be the idea of having labels in your clothes and them actually sending you almost crazy to get the labels out of your clothes. And what you need to do is, it's all about the receptors sending too much information to your brain and you becoming overloaded, and you can actually become quite distressed and have what others might consider an extreme reaction. So for example, I was too hot, I've got to get my jumper off, I've got to get out of the room, I've got to leave, almost like the flight or fright idea of when there's danger. Now it can lead to that outburst, but it's only because you're overloaded. So please don't think of it as something weird or a mental health issue.
Don't make it a negative experience, because you can do sometimes think, oh, what's wrong with me?
Absolutely. So this is what these vlogs are all about. We'll share some tips with you and hopefully you'll find them useful. So what you need to do is you need to overload those stimulus almost in order to shut them down. That then negates their effects, and so you can then have a better sleep. Or you reduce those sensitive situations and then get less signals to your brain, so you're not having those extreme reactions. And these are the things to consider: your bed and your bedding, your nightwear, and the temperature of the room and the bed itself. So Phoebe's going to talk about bed and bedding now. And some of the things that she might find useful are completely different for me. So it's all about personalising it for you. We're just giving you a few tips to think about.
Mattress is a big thing for Mum, where it isn't for me. Mum likes it really, really hard. I don't really mind a mattress. However, pillows, I am very particular about my pillows. I love this pillow that I have, and I like V-neck pillows as well. Mum takes certain pillows to her hotel so she knows she can get a good night's sleep. And I think you need to have the right level of pillows. I think it can help a lot in sleep how much you're propped up, because it can keep you awake sometimes, I think. Sheets are another thing, whether you like overstuffed and weighted duvets, or whether you just like a throw or a blanket or a feather light duvet. I prefer the lighter ones, Mum prefers the heavier ones.
So you can actually get weighted blankets that give you that again overloads your senses, so your body's got every bit of it touched almost, and the weight of it is particularly soothing. Sheets can feel itchy or cold, so think about that if your child is having quite an extreme reaction about going to bed. I like a flannelette sheet because it's warm when I get in, whereas Phoebe loves satin sheets because she loves being silking all night.
Yeah.
So the idea is to think about and consider those things, whether you like to be tucked in or whether you like to have your feet out, and adapt your room to suit. Another thing is nightwear. Is it too tight? Is it too loose? Has it got labels? Has it got scratchy buttons or lace or seams? All of those can drive you mad, but you might not know why you're finding it difficult to sleep. For me, a massive thing is the length of the arms. I have to have my shoulders covered. I don't like things around my wrists. And the length of my trousers, if they ride up to my knees, I will wake up very, very distressed. Socks or no socks. You're a big socks girl, aren't you?
Yep, and I like really long length pyjama bottoms.
So they cover your feet?
Yep, I like my feet to be covered, whereas Mum obviously doesn't like hers exposed.
And so these are the ideas as well. Phoebe loves her silky pyjamas and the sort of the really furry velour kind of pyjamas, because again they're oversensitive and she can feel and get soothed by that. Another thing you think about is the temperature of the room.
Yes, I like quite a cold room. However, my bedroom is quite cold, so I do have the radiator on a little bit, but I really don't like a warm room. Mum has electric blankets and radiators full blast, but I have to leave the room if it gets too hot, because for me it's an overload. A sensory overload is heat for me.
You feel quite claustrophobic, don't you, and hemmed in.
And ill.
Yeah, and whereas my blanket, I have a separate temperature for my feet and for my body. It's fleecy, so for me it's all about softness and touch, and that comforts me. So I'll get into the bed and immediately be relaxed because the bed isn't cold. So these are just a few things in yourself that can, cold can paralyse you and heat can make you feel claustrophobic. So think about not only the temperature of the room, but the temperature of the bed. So these are a few things that will help you deal with sensory sensitivity and to improve your sleep hygiene. If you've got any questions, please leave a comment and we'll get back to you as soon as we can.
Bye.
Thanks for listening.